Caitlin Clark is the only woman in basketball to ever sign with Wilson Basketball, and she's the only athlete since Michael Jordan to do so.
If we're comparing a Caitlin Clark signature shoe release to anybody not named Michael Jordan, anybody not named LeBron James, you're being extreme.
Basketball fans, get ready. Music, what just dropped, which is appending the sports world, might seriously harm Nike's billion-dollar business. It's not a rumor. This major turning point has left Nike's senior executives terrified. Music, the worldwide sports giant, valued at more than $200 billion, thought it had found a once-in-a-generation star. Music, the Michael Jordan of women's basketball. Caitlin Clark's $28 million, 8-year contract seemed like a terrific deal considering her significant effect. Nike believed they had found a steady stream of income. But all of a sudden, Wilson, yes, the ball company, released an advertisement that was so perfectly executed and emotionally stirring that Nike's entire marketing team looked confused.
When you strip away the noise and the bright lights, it's just the game you loved as a kid.
Things start to go insane at this point. Wilson achieved this by using basketballs instead of shoes. Nonetheless, the ripple effect could fundamentally change the sport's marketing approach. To understand how he got here, picture the current state of affairs at Nike. The company's price and reputation have plummeted over the past 3 years, and it has lost over $100 billion in value since 2021. The severe criticism prompted investors to look for leadership changes, and eventually the CEO resigned. Adidas remained profitable even after cutting ties with Yeezy, while Nike kept expanding. Financial analysts predict that this quarter's revenues would fall by 11.5% to $11 billion, the largest reduction since the 2020 pandemic. Music, although observers like David Schwartz of the Morning Star contend that flashy new designs won't make up for years of poor planning, Nike's new CEO, Matthew Friend, promised a comeback. It may take years for Nike to create a brand new product line worth billions of dollars. Then came Caitlin Clark, a generational athlete twice as well known as Angel Ree and 4 times more popular than any male collegiate great. Adidas, Under Armour, Curry's Label, and every other brand wanted her. But she chose Nike because she trusted the company that helped form her identity as an undergraduate. Fans eagerly awaited the sneaker that was supposed to transform women's basketball. Rather, Nike surprised everyone. Yo Wilson would get her signature shoe before Clark's, which wouldn't be available until 2026 or 2027.
But today was the Nike quarterly call, putting to rest any rumors that A, this wasn't a done deal, and B, there are renegotiations at the table. Something that this did clear up as well, it's looking like Caitlin Clark's shoe is coming in.
Amazing. 2 to 3 years worth of shoes. Music, that's absurd. In 2003, Nike was so eager to sign LeBron James that they began making his sneakers before he did. Under the secret code name Air Zoom Generation, LeBron made his NBA debut. It took just 3 months from concept to court. Nike used to travel at that pace.
Comparing a Caitlin Clark signature shoe release to anybody not named Michael Jordan, anybody not named LeBron James, you're being extremely disingenuous. Extremely disingenuous. We can't compare abnormality to normal behaviors. We can't compare the extreme case, the rarest of the rare case, to an average Joe Schmo walking down the street singing do-a-dee-dee-dee-dum-dee-dee-do. We can't be doing that. We only compare Clark to Jordan, Clark to James, Clark to Tiger, Clark to Gretzky, Clark to...
Nike now has a 3-year delay instead, music, of a 3-month design cycle. An indicator that there is a major problem within the organization. Debate arose in the media after Caitlin signed her contract. Awarded that Clark had not played a single minute in the WNBA, some questioned why she should have been awarded a shoe before Wilson. Music, but what sells is what matters in capitalism, not fairness. Tim Duncan was a superior player, however Allen Iverson sold more trainers than Duncan. Due to weak sales, Nike attempted to launch Duncan's brand twice, music, but Duncan seemed uninterested. He was conscious of the commercial element. However, why Wilson is not Duncan. In Nike advertising, billboards, and commercials, she is prominently featured. The issue is that she has made inflammatory comments regarding privilege and white athletes. Obviously, she's good at basketball, as if it were an afterthought. She remarked in an interview about Paige Booker, suggesting that Paige's success was a product of her privilege.
Paige reminds me a lot of you. Like, it's not really about me. You know? And she knows how her privilege has gotten her to that point. And also, like, she's good at basketball. Like, she understands her privilege and like, pushes her over the top and everything.
Then there was yet another shocking revelation. The USA Olympic squad did not include Caitlin Clark. The claim that she hadn't earned it yet was made, but history doesn't support it. Christian Laettner was a member of the 1992 Dream Team without ever playing a minute in the NBA. Diana Taurasi's stats were nearly identical to Clark's when she initially joined the 2004 Olympic team. 20 years later, Clark is left out. As the best conceivable answer, she dominated the league. Music, first team All-WNBA, fourth in MVP voting, top rookie in nearly every statistic, and the face of a massive ratings boost. On average, over 1 million people watched her games, which is more than 3 times the average viewership of the WNBA. Music, more tickets were sold for her playoff debut than for all prior WNBA games combined. The Washington Mystics had to move to a bigger stadium to accommodate her audiences. She broke attendance records everywhere she performed. Eventually, even Team USA admitted that leaving her off was a mistake. Nike, however, was still unsure of how to handle its largest celebrity and was immobilized by fear and politics. Wilson then struck again. Their most recent commercial went beyond simple marketing. It was a narrative masterpiece. It was opened by the cue. When the flashing lights and sounds are turned off, it's just the game you enjoyed as a kid. Fans immediately noticed it. Wilson explored the pure feelings of passion, love, reminiscence, and basketball. Nike, on the other hand, failed in its quest to please everyone. Music, at the heart of it all, was Caitlin Clark, the first female athlete to sign with Wilson and the first athlete since Michael Jordan to have such a partnership. Caitlin Always Basketball is a catchphrase that will remain in your mind. Simple, powerful, and devastating for Nike. As Nike falters, Wilson has taken charge of the game, proving that fans pay attention when you focus on the sport instead of the politics. In order to create products that truly reflect Caitlin's individuality, their crew looked into every facet of her, including her hobbies, sense of style, favorite colors, and demeanor. The campaign, which was hailed as one of the greatest basketball commercials in recent memory, made its debut on June 23rd to great acclaim. Pure, sincere, and driven solely by a love of the game.
It seems like she's probably going to make more money overseas in EuroLeague than she did during this WNBA season. The commissioner told her that she could make $700.
Nike's silence over their biggest women's basketball star is becoming more and more noticeable as Wilson releases a flawless advertisement using Caitlin Clark. Music. Nike is utilizing basketballs to convey the message since they are too afraid to use shoes. It's an agonizing contrast. This is the outcome of a brand letting fear trump vision. Clark agreed to an 8-year, $28 million deal with Nike. For a sports personality who has already proven that she can captivate fans and sell merchandise like no other player in women's sports history, this is an amazing contract. However, their reticence has allowed Wilson, a company they never considered a threat, to take center stage. It's a sad irony. Nike's business was built on fearless symbolism. Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods, and LeBron James. Athletes who not only dominated athletics, but also changed culture. Caitlin Clark possesses the same energy. But Nike is too engrossed in corporate politics to be aware of it. But Wilson knows exactly what they have. They do more than just produce basketballs with Clark's name on them. They are attempting to communicate a message of art, authenticity, and passion for the game. Their campaign is full with assurance. It respects greatness without giving in to public pressure or the cacophony of social media. Wilson's commercial is music flawless, which is the most frightening thing for Nike. It's not just amazing, It encapsulates everything of Caitlin Clark-Zalor, her tenacity, her integrity, and her connection to her supporters. Music, when you see it, you don't think about agendas or controversies. It reminds you of your early love for basketball. Music, Nike hasn't been able to fulfill the essence of legendary marketing. Now, Wilson's commercial has gone popular online. Music, millions of views, innumerable shares, and praise from fans and marketing professionals. Music, they recently shown that the three essential elements of success in modern sports branding are skill, authenticity, and emotion. Once you have the hang of those, everything else falls into place. Music, the message is clear. Instead of being bold, Nike's strategy is scared. Because they are so terrified of public indignation, they are wasting the best marketing opportunity in women's basketball history. Meanwhile, Wilson is developing a long-term bond with a generational athlete who might transform sports branding for decades to come. This is being closely watched by the basketball community. If Nike doesn't honor its superstars, other companies will. Wilson simply gave them a demonstration of the procedure. They had a perfect advertising. Wilson is making history while Nike is focused on damage control, so they need to wake up. In athletics, just like in business, you can either succeed or fail. Wilson just proved that they are in charge of the game right now. And this is just the beginning. Nike's nightmare is ended. It's already here. What are your thoughts?